Hoorah!
Hey there, y'all. Welcome on back to the Mountain Man. Of course, as y'all read from the title, today we're going to be talking about Mountain Monsters Season 9. So let's get right into it. Now, of course, we don't really have anything to go off of for this next season. There has still been no official confirmation that we're even getting another season of Mountain Monsters, which is actually extremely surprising at this point in time. I thought we would have gotten an announcement like a year ago. I thought it would have been out like a year ago. I thought we'd be talking about Season 10 by now. But that's not the case, obviously. It's been like 2 years since the last season of Mountain Monsters, Season 8 in 2022. And we're going into 2024 real soon. It is now November when I'm filming this, and it's just very shocking that we haven't heard anything. I really am beginning to wonder if it's ever going back. But honestly, I think it is. I really do think they're just taking their sweet time. I don't know if they'll explain why it took so long in the actual episodes when they come out, if they come out. But, I mean, at the end of the day, gotta wait for a good thing. As long as it's good, it don't really matter, I guess. Hopefully it's good. If this next season comes out and it's just a bunch of hillbillies laughing the whole time, I'm gonna be pretty disappointed. Hopefully they actually catch them. Well, for once. But who knows? Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts about when the next season coming out, because I was recently thinking about the last two seasons, which have both been completely made by the Travel Channel. Because if you don't know, the Travel Channel acquired Mountain Monsters in 2019. So season 6, the 2019 season, I was just thinking about this recently. When it came out, it was probably already filmed as, by Destination America. It was probably supposed to come out from Destination America. Maybe because Travel Channel acquired Mountain Monsters at that time. Is that why it took so long for that season to come out? 18 months? Well, I mean, they actually worked it into the storyline. They made it seem like it's been 18 months since they've seen the Rogue Team and everything like that. They actually did a good job of making that part of the story and explaining why it took so long. But now it's been even longer. It's been even longer than 18 months since we've gotten the last season of Mountain Monsters, I think, anyways, right? It's going up on 24 months, 2 whole years almost, since the last season started. But that's beside the point. Anyways, I was just thinking recently, so if that's the case, if that's why season 6 took so long to come out, then that means that season 7 and season 8, like, they were made by the Travel Channel, obviously. That's why maybe they feel so different. I know this doesn't really relate to season 9 all that much, but it just got me thinking. I've been wondering recently, is that why season 7 and season 8 don't really touch on the Rogue Team or Spearfinger or anything like that? They don't really touch on past hunts at all, barely, except for the Grafted Monster one for some reason. Possibly, yes, that's probably why, actually, when I've been thinking about that recently, because season 6 was probably completely filmed and made by the Destination America. That's why it's pretty much just a follow up to season 5, but then it was probably like edited and everything from the Travel Channel, and it came out from the Travel Channel. So maybe that's why, this is where it's going to tie into season 9, maybe that's why we won't see the Rogue Team or Spearfinger or any of that kind of stuff from Mountain Monsters ever return in Mountain Monsters. Because obviously, a couple months ago, we were pretty certain that those episode descriptions that were leaked onto Wikipedia, there was like 10 of them, very cool episode descriptions. It would have been a great season, but they've all been since removed. Like a couple months ago, I think someone took them off, and clearly, I think that means that they were fake. Unfortunately, I didn't make them. I don't know who made them, but somebody made them. I don't know, some kind of fan with wishful thinking, I guess. If it was any of y'all, let me know down in the comments because I'd love to know who it was because. That was pretty clever. Some of the episode descriptions, they were pretty good. They weren't written all that well, so you got to improve on your grammar, whoever you are. But they were very cool episodes. It would have made for a great season. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that's going to end up being the case, which leads me to the point where I think that season 9, whenever it comes out, if it comes out, will probably have nothing to do with Spearfinger, nothing to do with the Rogue Team, or any of that. It'll probably just be in the Tiger Valley again. It'll probably, which isn't really a bad thing. I want them to continue this storyline, and not just go off on some tangent and start a whole new storyline, like a new hunt, you know what I mean? So honestly, it's just, but at the same time, it's been a long time. It's been 2 whole years. So it really comes down to the point of if season 9 is coming out, when did they film it? Because if they filmed it like directly after season 8, like it was still summertime, that means like they filmed it in the summer of 2021, I'd assume, because they couldn't have filmed it unless they filmed it in 2022. I don't know. I think it would have made sense. I think that we've talked about this before, that they filmed season 8 in the summer of 2021. So that's a long time ago. By the time this comes out, if it does come out in 2024, that's a long time ago, like just even just like the look on the AIM team, they've aged in the last couple of years. So I guess Buck will still be probably skinny in season 9 because, as we know, we've seen him at some events recently, and he got a lot of weight back. He gained it all back, unfortunately. Old Buckaroo, he's been taking out the old shirt that says "I'm hard to kidnap" again. So that's not a good sign for old Buckaroo's health. But in season 9, I bet that if it was filmed a while ago, he'll probably still be not really skinny, but a little bit less of a husky ninja whenever we see season 9, if we do. But yeah, that comes down to my last point. I want to talk about the release date. If it comes out, when it comes out, whenever, maybe it'll probably be January 2024, but I don't want to say that because I don't know. I don't want to get your hopes up. I know nothing about when this next season is coming out, if it comes out. I'm speculating January now. That's my new theory because, and only because, the last two seasons that have been completely made, filmed, and edited by the Travel Channel, season 7 and season 8, 2021 and 2022 seasons, they have been completely, or no, what was I saying? They have been put they started on in January. So January 2021, January 2022. And I think it was January 3rd, season 7 started, and January 2nd for season 8. But season 7, something weird happened. Oh yeah, because they started putting it on Discovery Plus. It started out on the Travel Channel, then they switched it over. The rest of the season came out in like July or August, and it was only on Discovery Plus. I don't know. Discovery Plus wasn't in Canada back then, so I didn't watch it when it was brand new. I had to wait like a year. But season 8 came out, I think, on Travel Channel and Discovery Plus. And the next season, hopefully, fingers crossed, well, for all y'all. For me, I don't really care. But I think for all y'all's sake, hopefully it'll end up coming out on Travel Channel, Discovery Plus, and Max. So that'll just give people, like a bunch of people, the chance to watch it and not just limited to streaming because some people just don't have streaming services, whether they're up in the mountains and they don't have internet for some reason. I don't know how you can't have internet now in today's day and age, but some people, I guess, don't. My uncle doesn't actually, that old queer, or the rat. So I guess it's possible that you might not have internet and you just don't have streaming. You might only have the old cable, which costs a lot more money than streaming, I must say. So I don't know if it's really worth it anymore. Honestly, I prefer it on Discovery Plus. I don't have Max, but I might end up getting it. Depends what else is on. I haven't really looked into that. But whenever season 9 comes out, yeah, I'll probably end up getting Max. I'm not sure. But anyways, that's besides the point. I don't know what else to talk about with season 9. There really is nothing to talk about. But I do expect to hear something from the Travel Channel, possibly in like the next month to month and a half or so, whether it's an actual trailer, which I don't honestly even know if we'll get. Like I'm talking like a 3-minute trailer, like we've gotten in recent or in past years. For season 8, we didn't even get one. So, and we did for season 7. They did a really nice trailer for season 7 and season 6. But for season 8, they didn't really do a trailer. They just did like a quick 15-second or so TV spot. So it's not carved in stone that we're going to get a full-on trailer for season 9. Really, it's not. We probably won't get one. If we do, it'll probably just be a little TV spot or something. But I don't know. They don't seem to really care anymore. And it's just sad. It's sad that it's taken this long to get a new season of Mountain Monsters. There really is no explanation for it. I don't know why the hell it's taken so long. At first, I speculated it was because of the merger between Max and Discovery Plus, but I mean, that was a long time ago. That was back in May. They've had enough time to put out the season, especially if it was already filmed like 3 years ago, like I was saying. But maybe it'll have nothing to do with. I mean, I'm sure they'll still touch on the Tiger Valley hunt because it had to do with Trapper. I don't think they'll completely abandon it like they did with the Spearfinger, because like we talked about, that was for a reason. That was because I don't think they actually can. I don't think they have the rights to use the Spearfinger and the Rogue Team and all that anymore. So don't expect them to ever return probably in the series, which is really sad because that was some of my favorite things about the show. But it just seems that way to me. Talking about too many things, I'm losing my train of thought. So I'm just gonna end here. Thank y'all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. There's not much enjoyment from hearing about no new news about season 9, but hopefully we get something before long. What was that? I think I just saw a Bigfoot over there. Something in the trees. I don't know. Anyways, thank y'all for watching again. I'll see y'all next time on the Mountain Man. Hoorah! We gonna catch a monsters.